everybody, welcome to yet another episode of HSP TV. Today I want to talk to you about the truth. The truth to me is a very elusive concept because everybody seems to be convinced that their truth is the truth, and they always seem to know when you are lying or when you are not. And to me there are multiple versions of truth, so that's what I want to talk to you about today. If you're joining in later or watching this later, I would love to know who is watching, so either leave a comment, or if you're watching this live, raise your hand, wave at me, or type in your name and where you're from, and I'll give you a shout out. So the truth. It's hard, the truth, and determining what is the truth. I think there are two sides to the truth. You have absolute truth. And absolute truth to me is truth that everybody agrees upon that it's true. Like strawberries are red. If I hit this wall with my fist really hard, it's going to hurt. That's the truth. The shirt that I'm wearing right now, it's purple, just like the banners behind me. And this color is black with white lyrics. That is the truth. Everybody who looks at these banners or looks at my shirt knows what color it is and agrees that it's purple and it's black and it has white letters. Just like everybody will agree, if you hit the wall really hard with your fist, it's going to hurt. So that's an absolute truth. Just like the grass is green. When you see water coming down from somebody's eyes across their cheeks, then they are crying, and that is also an absolute truth. The sky is blue is also an absolute truth. My hair is blonde, my eyes are blue. Absolute truths. Absolute truths, again, are truths that everybody agrees upon that they are true. Everybody can see it, everybody can come to the same conclusion, and that makes them absolutely true. Absolute truths are never the problem because everybody agrees upon them, so there won't be much discussion. I don't think anybody will tell me you have black hair when they look at me. Maybe when they're colorblind, but that's a whole different discussion. But everybody would agree that I am blonde, and everybody that can see my eyes closed will agree that they are blue. The problem lies in the relative truth, because relative truth is in the eye of the beholder. Relative truths are colored by our feelings and our past experiences. An example would be when somebody says something. We usually interpret what somebody says the way we think they mean to say it. We seldom look at the exact words, which are again an absolute truth. Like if I said, it is time for you to take better care of yourself, then the absolute truth are the words that I'm using. You can have those when you say to somebody that they said something, and you can prove it via a text message, a WhatsApp message, or an email, and you can show them these are the exact words that you said to me. Then that's also an absolute truth because you can see it and you can both agree, yes, indeed, that's what I've written down. So indeed you are right, that's the truth, that's what I said. But if I say you need to take better care of yourself, and you hear me saying you're not taking really good care of yourself, or you're not taking good care of yourself at all, then that's your truth, but it's not my truth. Because what I'm actually saying is you need to take better care of yourself. I'm not saying that you are not taking good care of yourself. And I'm also not blaming you for other things. I am just simply expressing what I'm seeing, and that is that you need to take better care of yourself. So my truth is that those are the exact words that I'm saying, but because you hear them with a certain emotional layer, you perceive them as a different meaning. And especially we HSPs need to be really careful about transforming things into things we think they are. And one of the favorite exercises that I do in my courses is I give everybody a lot of pictures of people that I cut out of magazines. And I ask them one question. Write down what you see. Sounds like a simple exercise, right? So they start writing, and at the back of the portraits there are numbers 1 through 8. So they start writing what they see for number 1 and number 2 and number 3 and so on until number 8. And then when they're done writing, I will ask one of them, what is it that you see? And they will tell me, well, I see a very unhappy old woman. I think she has had a really hard and difficult life, and I think she is not happy where she is right now, and maybe she even doesn't want to live anymore. To the person telling me this, it is their truth, because that is what they think they see in the picture. But it's not the exercise. The exercise is to tell me what you see. And what I'm asking about are absolute truths. So what you are seeing is a gray-haired woman with a brown coat, a red scarf, golden earrings in her ears, holding a cane, sitting on a bench outside. That's what I'm asking you to tell me, because that is what you actually see. And those are absolute truths. You see someone with gray hair, you see someone with a brown coat, you see someone with a red scarf, and you see someone sitting on a bench holding a cane. Absolute truths. But what they tell me are relative truths. That she is very unhappy. That's not something you can see from a picture, because she was smiling in the picture. So you thinking that she is unhappy is your interpretation of what you are seeing. And then it becomes your truth, but it's not necessarily her truth. Maybe she is a very happy person and it's just something you think you see based on her picture. And the same goes for the next girl. They say, I see a very angry girl, probably has a big fight with her boyfriend, and I don't think she's very nice, and I don't think we will be friends if we met in real life. It's again not the exercise. The exercise is tell me what you see. And what you see is a girl with a pink top, white pants, sitting on a couch, having her arms crossed, looking to the side, with dark hair. Those are absolute truths. That is indeed what you are seeing. And your relative truth is your filling in for her that she is angry, that she's having a fight with her boyfriend, that she is not a nice person. They are not absolute truths because you cannot know them based on a picture. You've never spoken to her, you don't know her in person, so you don't know if she is a nice person, yes or no. It's based on your emotion. It's based on your feeling. And the same goes for saying that she probably had a fight with her boyfriend. Maybe she's a lesbian, maybe she doesn't even have a boyfriend. So you don't know if that is really the case. And for you, it feels like the truth, because when you look at her, then that's what you interpret that you see, and then that becomes your truth. But her truth can be a very different version. And that's what I mean with relative truths. And I think that that is what happens in most arguments. Like what I just said before, when I say you need to take better care of yourself and you become all angry and upset because you hear me saying that you are not taking good care of yourself. And that's not what I'm saying. But that's your interpretation of the words that I am using based on how you are feeling, probably stressed at that moment, maybe even guilty for indeed not taking really good care of yourself, because I think deep down you know that that is what you're doing. And based on maybe that feeling of guilt, because you know that it's actually true what I'm saying. Hi Marianne, nice of you to join. And then you think that I am blaming you for not taking good care of yourself. But that's not what I'm saying. And I think this happens in a lot of situations. I know my mother-in-law, she told me about a family outing. She is the oldest sister of 7 sisters and 1 brother. No, that's not true. Of 8 sisters. Of 8 children, at least, the oldest of 8 children, and they went somewhere with their parents, and for her and her closest sister, they had the time of their life. They had a really great experience, and it's one of the best memories that they have in their head. But when she spoke about it with one of her youngest sisters, for them it was one of the worst experiences they had in their life. They hated every moment of it, but the oldest ones loved every moment of it. So they are describing the same situation with the same sisters, the same parents, in the same location. And for those sisters, it was an experience of a lifetime. And for those sisters, it was the most horrible event that they ever experienced. So then the question is, what is the truth? And I believe there is not one version of the truth. I think everybody creates their own version of the truth. And absolute truths, again, are truths that can be proven, like they were all at the same location because they were all in the same car, they drove all to the same place, so they were all in the same location. That's an absolute truth. Another absolute truth is that they are all family. They are all sisters with their parents, they are all family, and that's an absolute truth. But one says an experience of a lifetime. And for the younger ones, then that's simply not true. For them, it was one of the worst experiences of their life. And that's relative truth. Truth colored by your experiences, by your emotions, and what you make of it. And what I've noticed a lot, especially also in my own life, but also in lives of my clients, hi, even Ilno, nice of you to join, is that this is an issue. People are so stuck to their version of the truth that they are not open to hear another version of the truth. They are thinking very black and white. It's either yes or no. It's either true or it's not true. But I think that in relative truth, there are a lot of shades of gray. And it all depends on you. It depends also on your mood and if you have slept enough. Because when I am feeling relaxed and I have slept enough and I am happy and I'm joyful, I can really enjoy going out to a movie or going out to dinner and enjoy the food and the restaurant, for instance. But if I have not slept enough, or if I am not feeling okay, or if I am a little off, then that same experience can be completely different. And people tend to forget that. They tend to forget that it has to do with how you are feeling, but also the company in which you are there, and how everything comes across. So there is no black and white in relative truth. There is just a lot of gray. And we, as HSPs, we are capable of seeing all the gray. We are capable of seeing the same situation from the perspective of somebody else. We are capable of even understanding why, for the little sisters, the experience was horrible, even though we as big sisters really, really loved it. We are capable of feeling empathy for others and in knowing where they are coming from, why they do what they do, why they say what they do. But the moment that we are not okay, the moment that we are not in balance, the moment that we do not sleep enough, the moment that we do not have energy enough, the moment that we do not protect ourselves enough, so the moment that we get out of balance, then that ability seems to disappear. The ability to see things from multiple sides, the ability to feel empathy, the ability to transform yourself into the other person and see what they are coming from, seems to disappear the moment that we are not okay. And that's also something to think about, especially when you are in an argument with somebody. You have to realize How am I doing? Am I doing okay? Am I good in my own skin? Do I have enough energy? Have I slept okay? Was I happy before? Because if you were, then chances are you are able to see where the other person is coming from. You are able to keep your patience. You are able to explain how you did mean it when somebody goes off the deep end and accuses you of something that in your opinion you didn't say. But the moment that you're not okay, this becomes really hard, and you have to take it in account in your reactions. So the moment that you know you are tired, you have no energy, you're sick, you're not feeling okay, then just try not to pick a fight, because you are not at your best. You cannot think clearly, and you're being led by your emotions. And when that happens, you think your relative truth, your version of the events, your version of the truth, becomes an absolute truth. But a relative truth can never become an absolute truth. They are always two separate things. And this is something that a lot of people seem to forget. And that is why I thought it was very important today that I tell you the difference between absolute truth and relative truth. And I hope that I was able to explain it to you in a way that you were able to understand it. If you're looking at this episode today, or maybe later because you're watching it on YouTube or in a rerun, and you think it's still not clear or you have any questions about it, please email me at info@tobeimbalance.com. I would love to answer your questions. And if you're watching this and you think, this is very interesting and you really helped me, I would love to hear something from you in the comments. That's also awesome. Thank you in advance if you're one of those people who leaves comments. Great. And if you're watching and you think, I have a different topic I would like to know more about, can she do a video or an episode about my topic? Then my answer is yes, I can. So please email me your topic at info@tobeimbalance.com as well. And who knows, your topic could be the topic of next week's HSP TV. Because HSP TV is here every Thursday, 5:30 Amsterdam time, which currently is GMT +2. But with the time change in October, it goes back to GMT +1. But you can easily check in a time converter. It's always the London-Amsterdam zone in which I am broadcasting at 5:30 every Thursday afternoon here on Facebook in a Facebook Live. If you're having issues regarding today's subject, or if you're having issues with a different matter altogether and you would like to know my opinion, or you want, hey Leila, nice of you to join, or you just want to talk and get more clarity, I offer a free HSP clarity call to everybody that watches my HSP TVs. You can book it through my website. Just go to www.tobeimbalance.com, and the 2 is the number 2, then beimbalance.com/yes, and you can book your free clarity call. Thank you all again for watching. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you all again next week for next week's episode. Bye!